So another speed expansion technique I want to talk about is this idea of the medium-slow synchronization. So this is a specific thing that that I really started to encourage people to do, because this is almost like the natural tendency of how people try to learn things. But once they've been taught by music teachers, once they really start to learn how to do different music learning techniques like the ultra slow or the speed burst, they tend to only do those and they tend to forget about the medium tempo. And all different tempos have different values. So, I mean, ultra slow is super valuable because it makes you pay attention more to things that you otherwise have neglected, or it gives you more time to integrate details. And speed bursts really push you to get into ranges that you wouldn't naturally get just from playing things a lot of times with repetition. But the medium tempo is really important because it kind of lets you get the best of both worlds. It lets you sort of see the whole piece, to sort of think of the whole context of the song that you're working on, but not have it fall apart on you. So it's like things that like slower than they're usually supposed to be, so you have a little more time to play, but fast enough that it's not, when things are too slow, it's hard to realize where you are. It's easy to get lost because you're just like in this mush of slow notes, and it's hard to know where you are. Whereas if you're going at kind of a medium slow speed, you get a little bit more time to process things, but you also get to see the big picture a little bit more. So I've sort of worked on the first 4 measures of this Bach double, but I'm not great at them yet. So I'm going to start with kind of a medium slow speed and let myself make a couple of mistakes with this kind of medium slow thing, but then that will let me speed it up. So let's give this a shot. Notice there's a little mistake I made at the end there, I gotta shift there. So now I'll try the whole thing faster, but I'm going to be, as you start to speed things up, a lot of what you want to do is, just start playing, but let your attention kind of soften on the parts you're good at, but be razor focused on the things that you need to catch. So it's really the last measure had 2 little things. There's a shift, and there's 2 shifts in the last measure that I had kind of a hard time with. The rest of it I wasn't too worried about, so I'm going to speed it up a bit, but I'm going to try to, in a way, save my attention for that last measure, those 2 specific spots. Here we go. So same problem again, so I'm going to slow down and try to figure out what do I need to do differently. I remember, I have to open up the fingering and then shift. That's the mistake I made. So now I noticed, start from the beginning. Almost forgot again because I started thinking about other things when I sped up, but I'll try it again. There you go. So you see, over a couple of passes of just like starting to put all those pieces together or remember the things I'd done but hadn't really done a million times, I started at this kind of medium slow speed that gives me a lot of time to process but also weave my pieces together. And then slowly as I speed it up, I try to save my attention for a couple of spots that are giving me problems. And that is what lets me, really pull all the things I do with the ultra fast and the ultra slow together into ultimately playing the whole piece.